Liv Morgan has brought back Raquel Rodriguez for her feud with Rhea Ripley. It has taken another turn. It has gone up a notch. And who is Rhea Ripley going to look for to help her in this battle with Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez? Let's talk about it. So, at WWE Bad Blood, Liv Morgan retained her WWE Women's Championship by DQ based on interference from Raquel Rodriguez. Now that Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan are a tandem, the terrible tandem against one half of the Terror Twin in Rhea Ripley, who is Rhea Ripley going to get to aid her in this tag battle that is going to lead us into Survivor Series? Just who can she get? Who to help her in this battle? Well, I started to look at the roster and I was like, I don't really see a whole lot you can use. And then I thought about it. Well, maybe this person isn't on the WWE roster. Maybe this person isn't on the NXT roster. Maybe this person is sitting at home and was just waiting for a phone call to come back and get revenge on Liv Morgan. That's right. Maybe it's Becky Two Belts. Maybe Becky Lynch is the person that she calls, Rhea Ripley that is, to come in and even the odds against Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. I know, it sounds crazy, but it just might be so crazy that it's true. Now, if you look at the story here, there's a lot going on. Before I thought of Becky Lynch, I really had another name that was in mind. But this superstar is no longer with the WWE, and as far as I know, is still under contract with the AEW, although she has been missing. It's the one Ruby Soho, a.k.a. Ruby Riott. Now, Ruby Riott's history with Liv Morgan is deep-rooted. And her demeanor is pretty similar to Rhea Ripley. I mean, let's be honest here. And I think she would have been a perfect choice for Rhea Ripley to call, because she's like, oh, okay, you got one of my former friends in Raquel Rodriguez. I'm going to go get one of your former friends in Ruby Riott. And it would have been a riot. Seriously, it would have been hilarious, but it also would have been very entertaining, because you're threading these stories from the past that you can go back and refamiliarize yourself with, that'll really keep you embedded in the story and bring it up even to a bigger notch than it is at already. Now, because Ruby Riott is, or aka Ruby Soho, is technically no longer available because she's seemingly still under contract with the AEW, I had to go dig deeper and even further in the library to find someone that would really fit. Not just some random tag team that would come in and they, but a real tag team partner that actually had a story to tie in to this Liv Morgan Rhea Ripley situation, or even the Raquel Rodriguez situation. So I really went in and looked, and I said, well, the last time Liv Morgan won the WWE Women's Championship, she beat Becky Lynch and sent her packing, right? And Becky Lynch said goodbye. She walked out and she was gone for the entire summer. And a lot of people were wondering if she was going to go to the AEW. A lot of people were wondering what was going to happen with her. She's actually, technically, as far as we were understood, as far as the press was saying, that she's no longer under contract with the WWE. So people have pretty much almost totally forgotten about the fact that Becky Lynch has just been sitting on the sidelines waiting for an opportunity to come back. And what better opportunity to come back than to help Rhea Ripley in her battle with Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan, for the sole purpose of getting her revenge on Liv Morgan and taking back that women's championship. That would also keep her at odds with Rhea Ripley, who Rhea Ripley wants that championship as well. So for the purpose of getting rid of Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan, they will decide to team with each other under the understanding that once that is taken care of, they will then focus on one another. Fantastic story. I think it would build to a huge moment for Becky Lynch. I think that's a program with Rhea Ripley, who's at her hottest right now in the WWE. It would really be a dream match kind of a scenario, because even though they might have had a couple of battles in the past, This is a different type of Rhea Ripley, and Becky Lynch coming back as now the veteran has a different type of aura. So I think those two big behemoths in the women's division colliding would be big business for Bex and Rhea to go one-on-one. And I mean, there's just so many different ways you can go with this story, and Liv would most assuredly be a little intimidated with the fact that she thought she had written off Becky Lynch for so long, until she then found out that Rhea Ripley went and got her back. I think it's a huge story that could happen. I think it would really be a good story beat. I think I'm crazy for coming up with this idea, because for all intents and purposes, Becky Lynch is pretty much done with professional wrestling and maybe just wants to stay at home and raise her kid and not have to worry about the traveling and all of that stuff. And maybe she's not ready to come back right now, and maybe we would only see her in a couple of shots here and there, maybe coming out saying hi, and then maybe WrestleMania season and then bye. But I think it could be huge, and I think it would be a shocking return if she were to come in and go at odds with Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. I think it just writes itself. It's great storytelling right there. It's a great story beat. I don't think anybody else is even talking about this, because nobody has any idea where Becky Lynch is or if she even wants to come back. But I am going to be the first to say it, that I think Becky Lynch should be with Rhea Ripley when she goes against Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan. And I think Survivor Series would be a great opportunity for that, because Survivor Series is already looking fucking stacked. It's got a great lineup already for presumed matches. And I think after they get past Crown Royal, they've got another 4 weeks to build to that. And I think that would be one of the top marquee matches right there. I think it would be huge, considering that The Rock might even be in War Games, which I'm starting to think might not happen. I think we might see a 4-on-4, and I think Cody might go towards Kevin Owens or Randy Orton or something like that. But I'm really interested in seeing where that story goes, because I'm trying to get my pulse on it and figure it all out, and even that story is just like, it's so hard to figure out. They're keeping me guessing, and I love that in professional wrestling. I don't always want to be right about these predictions, like I'm not always going to stand on my soapbox saying like, I know this stuff because I'm Vic Venom. Who is that? You guys let me know who Vic Venom is in the comments. That's for my old school wrestling heads that might be listening. I don't always want to be right, you guys. I actually want to be surprised, because I think wrestling is better when you get caught by surprise and you're not prepared for these things. So I'm really, really interested in seeing where they're going with the Ula Fala and the OG and Rogue Bloodline stuff. But with this Rhea Ripley, Liv Morgan feud, this has been my entire channel has been really trying to map this story out, and I think if you add Becky Lynch to the story, it could have huge ramifications on where this story is going to go. Plus, the implication is that Becky Lynch is coming to get the championship back, and Rhea Ripley might go like, hey, well, you got to go through me too, which would be a great matchup, for all things considered. So, what do you guys think? Who's going to help Rhea Ripley in this tag team scenario? Do you think Becky Lynch would be a good fit to return? Do you think it's even possible that she could return? And do you think it would happen as soon as Survivor Series? You guys let me know in the comments. Thumbs up on the way out. And as always, you guys, stay tuned for more.